knock earlier on, but you'd already left.
Oh, crack of dawn start for me.
Well, somebody has to do the papers.
You know what they say, the show must go on.
I thought you had a new girl.
Oh, she'll be in later today. And that's another problem I'll have to contend with, if I have any inkling by then of what Mavis's plans are.
Still no word. I did think she might have phoned.
No, our reluctant bride has well and truly flown the coop. Well, you saw what note she left me.
Yes, but she only said she was going away for a few days. Where do you think she could have gone?
Well, she's got a checkbook and a suitcase, world's her oyster.
Oh, she'll not have gone far. Knowing Mavis, she'll have gone somewhere quiet. The lakes, maybe.
I doubt it. Memories of Victor.
Do you think he had anything to do with her changing her mind?
I asked her that. She said no. Only in as much as it made her realise that she couldn't marry Derek. Tell you one thing, Emily. I mean, we both know and love her, and we know what a waffler she is. But she wasn't waffling yesterday. I have never seen her so positive about anything in all the years I've known her. Hello, Fred.
The two favourite ladies under one roof at the same time. Can't be a bad start to the day, can it?
I always knew you had a soft spot for Rita, but since when did I achieve a place on your hit parade?
Well, that's since you started paying my wages, love.
Oh.
Hey, what about Mavis, eh? That would have turned up, weren't it? Hey, listen, if she wants me to get Loverboy and duff him up, tell her to tip me the wink. I'll be only too happy to oblige. Well, I mean, it's not on, is it? I mean, jilting a lady on the church steps like that. I mean, that's the behaviour of a bounder and a cad, that.
Whereas you, Fred, always behave like the perfect gentleman.
Oh, thanks, Rita. Do try. Cheerio.
Ciao.
Poor Mavis. Nobody's going to believe she changed her mind as well.
You can just hear it, can't you? That story, or an even more highly coloured version of it, clacking on every tongue in the street.
Yes, I'm really sorry, Mrs. Fycroft. I appreciate it. Must have been. Well, yes. I mean, of course we check, but these things do happen very occasionally. Look, all I can do is apologise again and offer you a free insertion for your next... Well, whenever you do have one. Anyway, at least the event was a success, wasn't it? I mean, you sold most of your stuff. That's the main thing. St. Patrick's Jumble Sale. What time was it due to start?
Saturday, 12 o'clock, wasn't it? Oh, no. Doors open 10 a.m.
Precisely. Mrs. P and a little band of helpers stood there like idiots for 2 hours with not a punter in sight.
Well, I'm only quoting from memory. I'm sure the right time must have gone to the printers.
Well, either it did and he got it wrong, or it didn't and we got it wrong. Either way, see it doesn't happen again.
It's not happened before. You make it sound as though it's a regular occurrence.
No, but I'm afraid it may become one. Your own timekeeping seems to be going a bit haywire lately. It makes you careless with other people's.
What's that mean?
Only you've been late 2 mornings in a row.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'll stop later to make up for it.
That's not the point. Frankly, love, you look more in need of an early night than any overtime.
No, I'm perfectly okay, thank you. Well, to be honest, Billy took me to this jazz club last night, right? It's great music. I didn't realise it was getting so late. I'll be on time tomorrow, guide's on her.
Fair enough, fair enough. So you're still seeing him then?
Yes, good company. He's quite an interesting bloke, you know, when you get him away from his own territory. He's done all sorts of things.
And none of them too savoury.
Yeah, but aren't you being just a bit prejudiced?
Oh, really? I've known Billy Walker a lot longer than you have.
Look, Ken, I appreciate your concern for me, I really do, but I'd also appreciate it if you let me make my own friends and my own judgments. I mean, fair enough, tick me off for coming in late or whatever, but what I do out of the office is my own affair. Okay?
Oh, morning.
Listen to this, Hilda. She felt as though an electric current ran through her. Her very skin tingled, alive and sensitive, as he stood there, close enough for her to breathe in the warm, musky maleness of his body. Her bones turned to liquid as his strong, powerful fingers began to gently unfasten the tiny buttons of her blouse.
Warm, musky maleness of his body. Sounds like he needs a good wash to me.
Has it ever happened to you, though, Hilda?
Certainly not. Anybody touching my tiny buttons would have got a smack across his chops.
Oh, come on. You must have had some magic moments that set you all a-quivering.
If I have, I keep them to myself. Don't go splashing them all over the Sunday newspapers, like everybody else seems to do these days.
You're only telling me.
It's the same thing. Penny Road, what's got into you today?
Well, I just felt in need of a strong dollop of romance. Naturally, I would have preferred the real thing. But unfortunately, you can't pick up husky fellas off the top of the counter for 95p.
It's yesterday, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was today. Then again, we could both be wrong.
Oh, no, I mean what's brought this on. Going to weddings always affects me like that and all. Well, mind you, in this case, it was more of a jilting.
Don't let's have a post-mortem on that again, Flower. Topic got chewed to bits enough in here last night to last me a lifetime.
She'll just have to face it, you know. She's doomed never to be a bride.
Do you know something, Cop?
But
I think that's about the one and only thing me and Maeve have got in common.
Any chance of a cup of tea?
If some hot water were to be poured on some tea bags, I'd say they're a very good chance.
Oh, come on, Beck, give us a break. I'm not asking for a 3-course breakfast.
Just as well, because you'd not get that neither. Oh, all right. Go on, then. You look as though you either need a good strong brew or mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And of the two, I'd sooner put the kettle on.
late night, was it?
It was, Hilda.
With young Sally, what's name was it?
It was, Hilda.
Doesn't do to go burning the candle at both ends at your age, you know. Going out with a girl young enough to be his daughter can make big demands on a man.
I know, Hilda. Why else do you think I'd do it?
Hi. Hey, you're a bit early, aren't you? Oh, I'm not here to work just yet. My mum's found some lovely curtain material at market, so I thought I'd make some new ones for a flat. Is it all right for go measure up?
Well, there's been a bit of a hitch, love.
Oh, dear. No, which ceremony was there? Oh, I hope poor Mavis didn't have the same rotten luck as my cousin Angela. She tripped on step coming out at church, broke her leg in 2 places, spent first 6 weeks of married life with a leg in plaster.
Well, no, it's nothing physical, but was a bit of a disaster. Look, if you'll come upstairs with me, and I'll put you in the picture.
Oh, you don't really want to go to bingo, do you? It's not as if we're ever in a red science.
Hold on a minute, I've won a quid or two in past. Anyway, it's fun at game, isn't it, that matters? You don't always have to win.
What do you mean, all us? I never flavour well win.
Hey, Lynch, do you know a bird called Jenny Lostock? Says she knows you.
No, off the top of my head, no. Why? What's she like?
Tallish, curly blonde hair. Not a bad looker. Only I've just given her a lift back from Bolton, you know. Give us a pack of best, please.
You were supposed to be delivering 24 parcels to the Carley brothers.
What, I was? Well, I did. Only on my way back I saw this bird going for a bus and, like, she'd missed it and she got these big, heavy bags and... Well, it wouldn't help me way anyway, you know.
Right little good Samaritan, our Fred.
Oh, he is. I bet you'd not have pulled up in such a rush for a wrinkled-up old granny, though, would you?
Of course I would. Given you a lift many a time, Lynch.
That's another thing, hitchhikers. You do them a favour and like as not, you wind up with a knife in your back.
Yes, and if Fred ever finds himself at the mercy of a tall, slim bum, the last thing he's going to do is press criminal charges. Yeah, well, in future, chum, you don't use a company van as a private taxi, all right?
Well, didn't cost you any petrol.
Not this time, no.
I'll toss your face, all right.
My, oh, my, doesn't time fly when you're enjoying yourself?
Oh. Right.
Heads. Tails. Go on, then. You win. As usual, we've got a bingo.
Funny. Thing must be stuck.
Oh, yeah, let me have a go. You know what it is? It's bolted on inside.
Can't be, there's nobody.
Well, it might have just slipped or something.
By itself? It's a 3-inch bolt. I mean, she only just had it put on since Percy suddenly went into that home. Oh, I hope she hadn't done anything silly.
Like what?
I don't know. For after a day she had yesterday, she was in no fit state. Mavis! Mavis, I know you're in there, love, and I'm worried about you. Mavis, if you don't open this door, I'm going to dial 999 and get fire brigade to break in. Will you go down and open up for me again? You can cope on your own for 10 or 15 minutes, can't you? Any problem, just give me a shout. Mavis, open this flaming door. and tell your Auntie Rita all about it. Though I feel more like your Granny Rita. I think I've aged 20 years in the last 24 hours.
I'm sorry to give you so much trouble, Rita. I didn't mean to.
Don't be daft, I'm only joking. So are you going to tell me what happened after I left you yesterday?
Well, I just knew that I didn't want to be there when everybody got back, so I changed into my ordinary clothes and I picked up my case and went.
I know you went. Where did you went to? Wasn't here, because I came back to check. That door wasn't bolted then.
No, I went to Piccadilly Station. I don't know where I thought I was going. Back home, perhaps. Although since my Auntie Edie died, I mean, there's been nobody there for me anyway. I just sat on the platform and I watched people come and go. There's dozens of pigeons there, did you know? They're all flying about in the station all the time. They don't seem to be worried by the trains or anything.
And then what?
Then I came back here. Didn't seem anywhere else to go.
You did right, Flower. You don't want to be wandering around strange places on your own state you're in.
I'm all right, Rita. I'm surprised how calm I am.
No regrets?
No. No. Derek's a good man and he'll make somebody a good husband, but he wasn't right for me. I think I always knew that, really. I just wanted him to be right. Because it all seemed so suitable. Am I making any sense?
Yes. Yes, you are. Far too many people get married because, well, they talk themselves into thinking that's what's expected of them. Instead of looking underneath to see if it's the person they want, not just a husband or wife.
I just feel so ashamed, Dory.
Oh, no.
I've done a terrible thing. I don't so much mind making a fool of myself, but I've made a fool of Derek as well. He didn't deserve that.
Of course, I expect you'll be wondering where all this leaves you.
How do you mean?
Well, you were supposed to be taking over from her, weren't you? Over there on the left, look. No, so if Mavis is stopping on now, well, you'll be out of a job, won't you?
I don't know if she will be stopping on.
Oh, of course she will. Poor soul's been jilted. She's got nowhere else to go.
Mavis has not been jilted, Hilda. She was the one that changed her mind.
That's the same tale as you were telling yesterday.
And the same tale I shall be telling tomorrow.
Look, all I know is he didn't turn up. Now, when the bridegroom doesn't turn up, what else do you call that but being jilted? Oh, it's not that I'm not sympathetic to Mavis. No, but, well, folk have been put to a lot of inconvenience, not to mention expense.
All the wedding presents will be returned, Hilda.
Oh, I wasn't saying. How is she, any road, poor girl?
She's not a poor girl, poor soul, or a poor thing. As a matter of fact, she's fine, thank you.
Oh, yeah? Well, where is she, then? Nobody's clapped eyes on her since yesterday.
She's gone to stay with friends for a few days. Now, unless you want to buy something, we would like to close.
No, thank you. I've made my purchases.
You better go too, love. Sorry I've kept you so long. I didn't like leaving her on her own too much.
Oh, that's all right. How am I fixed, then? I mean, what's going to happen about the job and that?
Yeah. That's a facer and all. And to tell you the honest truth, I can't give you an answer. Not till I've had a word with Mavis. And she's in no fit state to discuss anything practical at the moment.
You know, I must say I've changed my mind about you lately.
All right. Tell me, why does I get the feeling I'm being set up?
I'm paying you a compliment. I mean, if an attractive girl like Sally Waterman thinks you're worth hanging about for, you must have some attraction that's hitherto escaped me.
And that's a compliment?
Unless you'd sooner have one of me insults.
With you, it's hard to tell the difference.
Yes, Terry?
Right, please, Bet. Hey, Ted, where'd you meet? Had to go home early, didn't he? You wouldn't cocoa out some fellas with other wife's thumb. What do you want?
Gail's just been round. My mum's phoned up and she wants you to go and pick him up.
No, you tell her no chance. I am not chauffeuring about her, flaming beck and call. Anyway, car's put away for the night.
That's your final word, is it?
It says, no woman impects me.
A pity, that. They'll just have to cart all that money home on their own.
What money?
Oh, I forgot to mention, didn't I? They won the jackpot at bingo, 250 quid each.
What? You're having me on, you.
Now, if you was to go down to the bingo hall, you'd find out, wouldn't you? But as you're not going to go, well,
we've all got to support El Percy, haven't we?
What has he got to do with it?
You wouldn't like to see two helpless women walking through the streets at night with bundles of tenors in their handbag, now would you, Chris?
That'd be asking for trouble, that would.
Absolutely. So, in the interest of crime prevention, I won't bring them all.
Good lad.
I say, Jacko, if she tries to do any backseat driving, slick her a deafening. You know, that a nose, boss.
Coming through, love.
He's got the dominoes all laid out.
Emily was a great help. She's always so sensible. Thanks. Oh, I mean, you are too, of course you are. You both are. It's just that, well, she's
More sensible. Don't worry, love, I know what you mean. I'm not always as down to earth as I should be. Len used to say I was scatty.
Oh, you're not that. No, you're... Well, you're fun. I mean, however big a problem is, you can always see some laughter in it somewhere. Well, it's a gift as that. Derek didn't have it. I mean, he could never see humour in anything. That's one of the reasons
Look,
why...
everything keeps coming back to Derek. Can't we just forget him and talk about something else?
How can I forget him, Rita, after what I did to him?
Mavis, you didn't do anything to Derek. He didn't turn up either. He sent a message to say he couldn't go through with it.
Derek didn't turn up at the church?
His best man came with his apologies.
I don't believe it. Oh, how could he? How could he do that to me?
Mavis, you did it to him.
Well, he didn't know that, though, did he? Oh, dear. Oh, Lord, I don't think I can cope with this.
Well, doesn't that make you feel better?
Better? Oh, that's a stupid thing to say if ever I heard one.
Well, you've been feeling terrible, thinking you've hurt him and let him down. At least now you know you've nothing to feel guilty about.
Oh, this is terrible, Rita. Just imagine what everybody's saying about me. I've felt so humiliated, Rita. What am I going to do?
Well, there's not a lot you can do, is there, except get on with your life? Which brings me to the problem of Sonia. Understandably, she wants to know if she's still got a job.
Well, of course she's got a job. How can I go there? Serve in the shop. Well, I know I'm a public laughingstock.
So what do you want me to do? Brick that door up and drop food down chimney for the next 30 years?
You see? You see? You just make a joke of everything.
Oh, 5 minutes ago, that was one of my biggest attributes. Look, love, you're tired. We both are. If we carry on like this, we'll only end up falling out. So, I vote we have a good night's sleep and we'll talk about this in the morning. All right?
Oh, he's here, Vera. Oh, bless it, Kate. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Would I ever let you down, my sweet? Your every wish is my command. You know that.
Oh,
Congratulations, girls. I believe we've copped for a bundle like
500 quid.
Oh.
Your night tonight, Vera. You see, you will argue with me, won't you? And I knew I was right sticking to my guns. I had a feeling in my bones. Oh, you lying cow. Just wanted your own road, that were all. Come on. Oh.
Where to, ladies?
Hey, what do you mean, where to? Oh, my course.
It's a bit early, innit? I thought you might have been celebrating, you know, chicken chow mein, bottle of vino, that kind of thing. And if you were feeling very generous, you just might treat your humble menial like.
Hey, what do you think, Kate? Well, I'm game. Yeah, I am and all. I'll tell you what, winning money, well, it gives you an appetite, doesn't it? Well, drive on, humble menial.
Honestly, I felt awful. I mean, there I was, wittering on about holidays, saying, oh, haven't you been anywhere this year, Rita? I mean, she's been so marvellous lately, putting a brave face on it and everything, you tend to forget. Ken? Am I talking to myself or what?
I'll get us another drink.
Still got that one. Yeah, but I mustn't be too late home because I'm already in enough trouble at work.
You don't necessarily have to go home, though, do you?
Yes, sir. Have a lager and a dry martini and lemonade.
A dry martini.
Look, don't you think this is getting a bit ridiculous?
What is?
You hanging around here like some,
Tart.
Don't be silly. But you are cheapening yourself associating with someone like him. You're worth much more than that, Sally.
Well, thank you very much for the reference, Mr. Barlow. But as I told you this morning, my private life has got absolutely nothing to do with you, all right?
There you go. And lager, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I've lost my notes.
Typical of my husband, isn't it?
Well, it's better out than in, isn't it? You still love me anyway, don't you?
I do, love. I love everybody in the whole wide world, kid. Everybody. Even my bowling dear. I love everybody. Everybody in the whole wide world, except my bowling. Hey, we're in the money. We're in the money. We can't be running. I don't know anymore. Come on, beside me. Come on, Jack. Get out of there. We're
You can sit back and enjoy a whole week's classic Coronation Street with the Omnibus edition on Sunday afternoon at 3. And it's probably a good idea, especially with the wedding that never was. Meanwhile, it's just dessert when an old flame turns up at Robin's Nest. Keep it on Plus.